Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is our SPY series. Okay, so we go every day through SPY on the 30-minute chart. I did a video about a week back on how we can play SPY every single day. And you don't have to play it on the 30, you can play it on the 15, you can play it on the 5, you can play it on the hourly. This series is how to play SPY on the 30-minute chart every single day for profit. So this is day 5 of the series. So the 5th Volume 5, whatever you want to call it, Chapter 5 of the series. And let's go through it to see how you guys would have fared today if you would have played SPY again. So, September 19th, first bar. My time at 7:30. Your time it might be 8:30, 9:30, but this is the first opening bar, the opening range bar, the first 30 minutes of the day. Okay, so we opened here. That blue line represents the flip. From anything above that line, the daily will be green. Anything below, the daily will be red. Okay, so we closed up at the top right here, and let's go see what the next bar did. Okay, there's the next bar. So I'll tell you how this happened because I was watching it very closely. The second 30-minute bar opens and it comes down to this point. Okay, then it comes back up and goes through our trigger. Okay, now this isn't visually, we can't do this, but it came back up through the trigger and then it retraced all the way back down to this orange line. Okay, at 384.43. That's where it retraced to. So after that, we closed up above the trigger line again. So guys, there's two ways we could have played this. The first one, okay, you could have said, I got a hard stop, okay? I can go up through that trigger, but if I come back through, I'm out of the trade at even or a very, very small loss. The other thing you could have done, there's actually a couple things. The other thing you could have done is gone and played the 50% of that bar, which would have been somewhere in this range here. This 183, no, 184 range, somewhere in here, okay? You could have said, I'm going to take a stop at the 50% mark of that bar. If that's me, I'm not doing that. That's a $2 move from the 50% to the top. Even at $1.50, that's a big run on SPY. That's a fairly big loss on an option play, depending on how far out your expiry date is, okay? So if you got out here, great, you're in for a small loss. If you got out here, somewhere down in here, you took a fairly big loss. If you waited and held, you're still in this trade then because we finished above the trigger. Or as it came back through, so let me go through this again. We opened, we came all the way down to here. Okay, I just followed this red line, this pink line. So we opened, came all the way down to the bottom of this wick. Then we came back up, we triggered, and then we came all the way back down to this orange line, and then we went all the way back up. So the third option you could have done, if you got out here on the first try, if that was your stop loss, once it re-triggered, you could have got in it again. Okay, that's an option. Let's go see what the next candle did. Okay, so we open, we come back down. We didn't even come 50%. So from this point, 385.67 to 385.26, that's not a large loss. Okay, and then we came right back up and we came through these targets. So at this point, guys, because those are our only two targets, that's where my stop loss is going. Okay, if you're in this trade still or if you jumped in it again, the next targets are way up here. So my stop loss is there, and I'm out of the trade, okay? Regardless of whether this goes back up or not. So we can go to the next candle, and there you have it. We went back up and came right back through. So worst case scenario, guys, worst case, your stop loss was there, okay? Bottom of the candle, because now you're 2 up, 2 down reversal, but you don't have that time frame continuity with you anymore. When we're trading this stuff, I like to see these two in the same direction. Is this a trade that I would have taken? No, because that day is still green and that day doesn't flip till here. So I am looking for a 2-2 reversal or a 2-1-2 back to the upside. So now we go to the next candle. We have another 2 down candle. So would you have made money on here? Sure. You could have made money. It's not a trade I'm jumping into because the probabilities aren't there. The day and the week are still showing me green. Okay, next candle. Another red candle that turns green. Okay, so now we have a 2 down that finished green. We have something here. We can look for a trigger right there. Okay, I'm going to delete this orange line. And I'm going to move this up like so, because we want our targets marked accordingly. Okay, so what's the next candle bring? We open, we come down, and then we blast. We blast through that trigger. Okay? There is target 1. I'm going to mark it green for you. Worst case now, guys, very worst case, we're getting out of the trade there, and we're out with profit. Okay? Very worst. And we also, you notice we have the hourly, the daily, and now we have weekly as well. So we've got 3 and then the quarterly as well. So we've got 4 out of the 6 time frames in our favor. That's high probability, but these are the 2 most important ones for us right now, the hourly and the daily. We go to the next candle, okay? Inside bar. So, like I said, worst case, I'm going to move this down here. Very worst case, your stop loss was here, and you got knocked out of that trade. If you thought, nah, I'm going to hold it here, then you're still in this trade. Congratulations. Let's see what the next setup is. The next candle. Right back down through. So regardless of this, you would have been out of that trade here. Okay? At the very worst, you were out of that trade right there, because you now have a 2-1-2 reversal to the downside. Okay? What's the next candle? 2 down red. Okay? Next candle. There's our reversal again. Okay? So right here, we mark our trigger, target. Let's take this one back as well. We'll make that a target right here. There's 2 targets. We can actually call those both the same. That's pretty close. We'll use the bottom one, that inside bar. Okay, so now again, the hourly and the daily in our favor. We triggered. Boom. There is your play that made your day. Regardless of what happened on any of these trades. Okay? Regardless of what happened on this first one. Here, if you won or lost, broke even. Here, won, lost, broke even. This one, at least, at the very least, got you back to even. You should be in the green off of this trade. So now, what are we looking at, guys? Stop loss here? No. You can put your stop loss there. You can put your stop loss there. Here's more targets. There, there, there. Okay? I'm leaving it there because I want to leave with the most profit possible. The next candle is there. Okay? So here's the thing. You got stopped out there. That's perfectly fine. This was a very, very good trade, regardless of where we're at. Okay? I don't care if this ran up anymore. We have our stops in place for a reason. If this went the opposite direction and didn't go trend back up, okay, you would have lost even more. Okay? So we take our profits where we can take them. And this, guys, was the last candle of the day. So if you wanted to hold it and say, well, maybe I'll hold it there because it's the last candle, I'll take a chance. That's fine. That's your risk. That is exactly where I would have had my stop, okay? Right there. And you're out of the trade, and you are green on the day. That's it. That's the SPY 30-minute, guys. It works again, day after day after day. But It works depending on how you have your risk. So your risk assessment and your risk management is going to determine how you trade this SPY 30-minute setup every single day. Okay? Your risk assessment. You know how to get into the trades and you know how to get out. You just need to be able to get out and follow your own rules to make profit. If you took a little bit more risk today, then again, you should have still been green regardless. Okay? That's the setup, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll look for episode 6 tomorrow or on Tuesday. Good luck trading the rest of the week, and we will see you guys all on the next one. Bye-bye.